So hi, it's Jeff. I'm here on a very icy, frosty Sunday morning, 3 April 2022, and I'll be going to the post office first, and then I'll be going to a little park to set up a Ulanzi peripheral items poll test, or whatever you want to call it, here in this vehicle. Sitting in my parking place here, I got cars on both sides, so it's difficult to fully open the doors and set things up. So I'll catch you in a bit. So yeah, you can see there's snow outside, somewhat. It's thick and heavy, and actually it's mostly ice. Is what you're looking at is mostly ice, not snow. My Susie's leaving now. Should see her go in front of us here in a second. going to be making a turn into the blinding sun. So here we are at the post office. I've got some letters to drop off, and then we'll be back on to bigger and better things. So here's a look at the ice. I don't know, up to 1 inch thick that formed on the vehicle from yesterday's storms. I assume it'll all melt off later today, but just letting you have a look at what I see. So here's the front passenger seat of my 4Runner, driver's side over there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a board down on here so we can mount our Ulanzi products. And there you go. I just shoved I think this is an 11-inch or maybe 11.5-inch wide board into the crack here in the seat to kind of secure it. Okay. I got this board at Menards. But I'm assuming you can get this at Home Depot, Ace Hardware, or any home improvement store. It's just a shelf. Okay, it's just a pre-finished shelf, and I think it was $8, so it's relatively inexpensive, and they come in different sizes, so you can get different sizes to fit your needs. So what I've done is bolt or secured the short LS08 riser pole that came with the LS08 flex arm kit to the board, and if you notice my little trick, I've got it kind of secured or up against the edge of the seat here, and that seems to make this pretty solid. Between this being wedged here and this here, I don't see any movement. I could put something on this side if I wanted to, but we're keeping it simple for now. And starting off simple, I've got my ST27 cell phone clip mount, all metal, and my cell phone here. And I'm going to put this on the end here and mount the phone and see what we get. So here we are. We have my cell phone on the end of the LS08 riser pole attached to a board, which seems pretty secure here. We can do a test drive and stuff like that. And this, me sitting in the driver's seat, is within easy reach to do stuff. So this is possibility one. Okay, probably the most simplest configuration, but let's move on. So what I've done was I put in one of the Ulanzi LS08 riser poles and brought the phone much closer to the driver. It's just right above the shift lever there. Okay, we'll have a look at it from the driver's seat here in a second. So there you can see the iPhone mounted closer to the driver. Just one extension pole there. So I'm sitting in the driver's seat now with this Ulanzi extension, and the iPhone is right above the shifter in front of my display screen there. And seems, I mean, there is a little shake here, but it seems stable enough to use. Yeah, it's a whopping 37 degrees. You can see the time. You can also see the reflection of my ZV-1 camera. So that's another option. Okay. Obviously, there's more extensions that I have, but this was a simple, just to show my friend how he might use this with his iPad, because Ulanzi also makes a clip mount for the iPads and tablets, the Apple tablets, that would fit here. And really, this is well within easy reach. And if you wanted to, like he's suggesting, it could be swung away from the driver and brought back. So, because this is kind of a swing arm type of thing. So, I hope that's enough. I've got, let's see, I can run a few more tests here. But I'm going for extra credit here. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken my LS01 riser arm and mounted it here. You can see how I got the board there and the seat there to kind of keep things from moving around. And I'm hand holding my Sony ZV-1. But I'm going to mount my Sony ZV-1 here, and you can see I still have my iPhone on my other mount here, Of course, I've got one of those iPhone cup holders down there. And I've got my power center here to power up all these devices right here. But this is my extra credit above and beyond, but of course some people might want to do this because some people may not have enough cameras or attachments in their vehicle. So hi, it's Jeff here. I've got my Sony ZV-1 mounted on the end of the LSO-1 arm with an LSO-8 extender. In fact, why don't I turn my cell phone on and get a little video of this setup. So there's my Sony ZV-1 on the end of the arm, and I had my cell phone here, and you can see basically I have two arms on either side of this board, and there's lots of space on this board, and theoretically I can have even more arms, but whatever. Two is enough for now. And well, let's do this. There you go. We're doing the famous camera 1 videoing camera 2 while camera 2 is videoing camera 1. Okay, because I have my little remote and I can turn it on and off the Sony ZV-1. But this is a simple setup of the Ulanzi or VIJIM poles in a vehicle, and as I was pointing out to one of my friends, thank God for ball joints. But as you can see, these poles are on an angle, and the seat's angled back, so the ball joints go a big way to level the camera lens. So what I've done here is adjusted the Sony ZV-1 to point out the front windshield like a dash cam. Of course I have my regular dash cam mount there, so this is probably redundant, but still just a fun little test. And I'm going to put my cell phone in the mount right next to it there, the cell phone mount, and point it out the window kind of as a dash cam. So, weird experiments by Jeff, maybe unnecessary and redundant, but still lots of fun. So here we go. I've got my iPhone and my Sony ZV-1 acting as dash cams, looking out the front window. Gonna start things up here. Yeah, I rolled down the windows a bit. So we're gonna drive around the parking lot and then maybe take a spin on some of the local roads just to see how this goofy experiment works out. Yep, there goes the ice from the roof. I'm going to pull over here, clean it off. So I expected it to melt off the roof, but let's see if we can get video of me cleaning it. Yeah, since I have the windows open, you can hear me. So normally I would remove the ice from my roof before taking off, but this ice this morning was pretty sticky and stubborn, and I figured it was best for my vehicle just to let it melt naturally. My 4Runner is reporting 34 degrees outside, so let's keep on going. Okay, you can hear me. Yeah, I can see you can hear me. I am going over to my local gas station, get some gas, and tear down my setup here, because that gas station is my favorite place to do my camera teardowns. So let's have a look, or let you see what you're going to see of the trip. Again, I'm videoing with my iPhone on 2.5x magnification right now, and I've got my Sony ZV-1 zoomed a little bit so you don't see my hood, and I can see they're both getting slightly different views. I could probably force them to the same view, but what's the point? Yeah, we got a little more ice, so we'll go clean it off. Yeah, looking at my roof, it looks like the last of what was up there on the roof. Okay, we're getting ready to do this again. Head over to the gas station. What I've done is I've backed out the Sony ZV-1 zoom, and the cell phone is on a 1x magnification now, just for a little bit different view. As long as the cameras don't decide to focus on the dashboard. Do a little adjusting here. I think the Sony needs to be zoomed in a little. So let's go. This is an experiment. Learn what we could learn. Not that I'll be pointing these cameras out the window or using them as dash cams all that often. Yeah, I just rolled up the windows so you can hear me better now. Not that I have anything to say, other than doing these stupid in-vehicle camera tricks. Oh, I guess there was some more ice up there. As I said, that was a really good ice storm we got the other day. So I'm at the service station, or fuel station, and just giving you one last look at the two arm setup that I was using. I took my cameras off. I got my cell phone there. But as everybody wants to know, there's the current price of fuel right now.